Good evening, everyone. This is Kosala, also known as Marventus, bringing you more Starcraft snazziness. It is Tuesday. That means it's amateur day, where people like you who watch this channel send in their games for viewing. Let's pop that down. Let's get the production tab up and see what's going on. In the top right hand side, we've got Mr. X French Bread, the red Terran X French Bread. So basically it's a moldy French bread over there. And in the bottom left hand corner we have Mr. Ace DSS that sent us this replay. Let's see how this game goes. At the moment we've got overlords, we've got drones, we've got SCVs. For those of you that don't know, on Tuesdays I cast games sent in by you guys who are viewing the channel. The rules are simple. It has to showcase some form of good strategy or innovative gameplay of some variant or kind, or some complete and utter out there weirdness, some unusual use of units, whatever it might be that might be outside of the norm. Right, and also it needs to contain at least one Zerg player, because of course I am a Zerg player and it's very much a Zerg focused channel right from the get-go. So there we have it. It is now 14 supply into the game. The barracks is coming down, oddly enough not at a place that's going to wall off anything. This is a Bronze League matchup, by the way, as indeed most games in this channel are. Ace DSS here is number 4 in his league. Let's see how he does. We've got a spawning pool coming out at 14 supply. Alright, let's take a look at the droning. 1.5 drones looking good. 1 gas is out as well. Things are looking more or less as they should. Scouting just about to get there. The Overlord is heading on its way to the Terran opponent. Let's see what the Terran player manages to do. This lack of walling off is weirding me out a little bit. Let's see if this is a matter of noobness or whether he's got some cunning ploy that's about to happen. Is this a second supply depot? There are 2 supply depots coming out of the front. I wonder what he's going to do over there. Maybe he's going to fly that one in. We do not know. It'll be curious to see what kind of strategy he's going for. It is one barrack so far. The first Marine is hitting the ground. What's this? What we have here is 3 supply depots. We've got a 3 supply depot wall-off. This is very odd. One good run of Banelings would pretty much be the end of that. We have a reactor coming down here, so it's possible he's going for a 1 or 2 barracks Marine rush. The Overlord is just coming in there. Now the curious thing is, what is he going to see? Let's take a look. He does see the barracks. Does he see the reactor? He doesn't see the reactor. He's actually veering away before seeing the reactor. Alright, so he's got absolutely no idea that the reactor is building over there, which means as far as he knows it could just be the startings of a build with no threat incoming, but in reality we've got Marines pumping out here. We have a second barracks now being laid down as well. Let's see if that evolves into a tech lab on the side. In the meantime, the first expansion is about to conclude itself. Alright, for Ace DSS. And I'm getting a message, so let me set myself to busy here and just do a quick reply. What am I talking about? I can't reply like that because this is a replay. Silly me. Right, yeah, silly me indeed. I'll have to reply to him afterwards. Alright. Hatchery out. We've got nothing happening in that expansion so far. At the main base, the second gas has come down, the Queen is down, and we've got a Banelings nest on the way. Yes, indeed. He spied the weak wall and he went straight for Banelings. This could get fun. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of Banelings. We have an engineering bay coming out here, and indeed was a tech lab coming down there, so it looks like it's going to be a Marine Marauder build. Economy looking very, very solid for our Terran player. Both gases are down. He's pumping his units away, and the Overlord is coming back for another sneak peek. In the meantime, we have a couple more Overlords heading this way for whatever reason. And do we have our first Lings coming out? That is the question. We've got more drones. He's in absolutely no hurry whatsoever to produce any kind of units, which is probably a good sign. Ace DSS not in any kind of hurry. He can see that there's nothing heading his way, and he's got plenty of time to adapt in the event they do. Over here in the corner we have a supply depot coming down in order to maintain vision on the sides. A good move there from our Terran player. You never know what we Zerg might swarm by with on the corners. Always nice to have a supply depot lingering on the outskirts of your base. No hurry to expand here from our Terran player. He's just churning out the units, but at the same time that's not really a large amount of units. What is he spending his resources on? Ah, more orders on the way. Now, We've got even more overlords heading this way. Maybe they're simply going to a corner, maybe they're scouting, it's hard to say. Droning has begun on the expansion, and the first queen is out there as well. Or the second queen, of course, because the first one is still lounging around here. Even more drones being sent down. Is this fully saturated? Not yet. So he's going to be semi-saturated on both bases, both gases going down as well. Ace DSS economy in very good shape. In no hurry whatsoever to do any kind of unit building, as indeed there is currently no threat whatsoever. 2 more supply depots coming down here. The engineering base researching weapons +1, and the army is building. But that army is really not a big enough army to deal with any kind of sizable Baneling push, if indeed it happens. We have Stimpack being researched now as well. So it's possible that Mr. French Bread is getting ready to get out there when that Stimpack is done researching. The first Lings are now on the field. Beautiful timing here on the side of Ace DSS, despite not being able to actually see anything. So it looks like he's going by gut feeling. The 9-minute marker is approaching, so he's decided to pop out some units. Very well timed indeed. Now where did the units go? There they are. We've got a flood of Lings hanging out there. He seems to be in no hurry to spread the creep either, but then again I can certainly consider myself also equally victimized by that particular disastrous concept of not spreading the creep fast enough in my 1v1s. Yet mysteriously I'm a real bonanza at it on my 2v2s. Right, creep all over the place. No idea why that is. Maybe I'm a little bit more relaxed in my 2v2s and not quite panicking about what units to build and when to do it. I actually remember to spread the creep as well. Banelings nest is out, and upgrade has been researched. Now all we need is to actually see some Banelings. Hold on. It hasn't been researched at all because of course we don't have a lair, it's on the way. Another 20 Lings coming out, so now the army is starting to build. A serious army build happening. He's staying on 2 bases, not hurrying to expand. I tend to agree with that concept. I really don't think that in Bronze League matches you need to care about that at all. He can see the posse of Marines and Marauders coming out. The Fireball is on the way. Let's see how this goes. As I mentioned, Bronze League games, all you need is 2 bases. You don't need to expand. Focus on your units, get out there, and then annihilate. And this is certainly, you want to try to win around about the 18 to 20 minute mark. And that appears to be the plan that Ace DSS is up against as well. Here comes the Fireball. What is going to happen? Is he going to see the Banelings? He has not spied or scouted anything. He has no idea what's waiting for him. There's a huge mass of Banelings right there. Oh my goodness, this is going to be ugly. The entire army is completely wiped out. That was the end of that. Did sacrifice a large amount of Lings and Banelings to make that happen. But having said that, who cares really? Well, because you can replace them pretty quickly. We've got a Marine sniping a little here while the move is happening, but the Lings quickly coming in to finish them off, getting a full surround, and that's the end of that. We have a few Lings now heading up to the expansion point for the Terran player. Mr. French Bread currently clueless, but pumping out the armies he can. A siege tank has popped out, but he has not researched siege tech yet. That is currently being researched as we speak. I apologize for that quick sneeze there. Here comes the Banelings bust. Coming up the ramp. Is it going to be enough? The Zerglings are in the way. All the supply depots go down, and so does the entire Zerg army. Not necessarily monumentally successful there. There are, well, whatever army the Terran player has is actually looking to be in bad shape. The wall is being rebuilt in a hurry, and an expansion has also been built in the meantime in order to keep up with the economy, and is just about to land. So we have the centrifugal hooks finally being researched. A whopping 44 Zerglings about to pop now. He has not been shabby with his spawning of lava. Clearly that's a massive amount of Lings, and that should be more than enough to deal with this particular situation, because outside of these few Marines and Marauders right here, he's got absolutely no units to speak of. Both Xel'Naga towers now under the control of Ace DSS. Creating Banelings at the home base, probably not particularly meaningful. He could just as easily have run over here and done them there, but Ben, what you go, it's not like there's anything coming at him right now, so I guess that's fine too. How many Banelings are we looking at here? We have an entire command group's worth of Banelings. That is just something mind-boggling. The centrifugal hooks research about to be now done, a Spire going up as well, and a Viking coming out now just in time for our Terran players. He actually done some smart thinking there. An armory going down there as well. Where's the starport? There it is. Churning out Vikings. Not that I think is going to make any difference right now. It's just a question of too little too late, really. Because he's going to have to land those Vikings to do any kind of damage. It's a purely ground army attacking him. A massive amount of Banelings, a flock of Speedlings. This is either going to be incredibly ugly or game over right now. Here comes the attack. Going in thick and fast. Those Marines are completely toast. That tank is going down as well. A few Banelings surviving. And that turret, I was going to say turret, but actually of course it is a command center landing just in time to be annihilated. And it goes back up again. So the economy of our Terran player not allowing to go up at all. Those Lings are now taking down that Marauder. And at this point, whoa, that was close. He just got that supply depot up in time before the whole thing went south. We have a sensor tower in the front there, so he can keep an eye on what's coming at him. That is a wise move. And we've got this command center running around to where, I don't know, probably there. In the meantime, we have a bunch of Banelings about to happen there. It looks like these supply depots are in jeopardy. Oh, and they just survived. 4 Banelings, now we know, are not enough to take down 3 supply depots. Alright, so if anybody's wondering about that, now you know. So the question is, what happens here? Now, if Ace DSS had taken the time to build up a slightly larger army, he would have won by now. Whoa, and that, I stand corrected. If you don't repair them, it is enough. There you go. And those, and Ace DSS does a GG there. I don't know why. Oh, he's saying he's won. Of course he has. But in true Bronze League style, I'm betting that Mr. French Bread is not going to be accommodating. For Bronze League players never are, and nor should you be, to be honest. I mean, I've survived some most ridiculous situations. Holy noodle cakes! That is a massive fleet of Mutas. This is when did they happen? I wasn't even paying attention. I do apologize. Look at that. That is just an incredible. What is this? A battlecruiser. Why is he building a battlecruiser? That is something insane. He's trying to do a one-base battlecruiser rush. I think our Terran player has panicked. It is officially so. Now, Mr. Ace DSS, why is he hanging out with one command group's worth of Mutas instead of going and harassing? Because clearly, what could he possibly encounter at this stage? Those guys are not going to be anywhere nearly enough to take down that flock of mutalisks. Ah, he's waiting for the upgrade. Yet another hatchery going down out here in the boonies. Well, why not? He's got the money for it. And this looks like it's in a massive amount of jeopardy. Is he going to see it? He does see that the command center. He's coming in. Oh dear God! Good God! The SCVs. Oh no! I say, are any of them going to make it? That command center is completely toast. We have a flock running after the SCVs. Oh, this is ugly. And that is the end of that command center. Half the SCVs somehow managed to make it. We've got a couple of Vikings coming in, doing absolutely nothing. We've got one battlecruiser against one command group's worth of mutalisks. That's going to go nowhere. And then we've got a whole bunch of more orders heading down. But this entire base is going to go down before he's able to do anything. That is a huge amount of mutalisks. What is our Terran player doing? He came to grab the Zelnaga tower, but was instantly spied by the mutalisks, who are doing a speed fly now towards it. This is never going to work out well. Those mutalisks are going to make meat out of this Bioball army. There's simply not enough Marines there to make any kind of damage, and those Marauders are going to get nowhere. Marines going down by the bucket load. The Marauders are falling down as well, down to just 4 or 5 units there. Met by the Queen and Zerglings. Oh, this is over. The Queen actually manages to die there, quite unnecessarily, and Mr. French Bread has finally left the game. There it is. Bronze League action for you there, boys and girls. Mutalisks, Zerglings, Banelings, and some general weirdness. I hope you enjoyed this game. Feel free to comment below and leave your remarks, of course. Thumbs up, thumbs down, and whatever else you feel like you YouTubers need to do. It really does help the channel and tells me what you like and what you don't like. Until next time, my friends, enjoy.